Hey, what's up, you beauties? Let's get this video to elite level likes. That's 1,337. Be sure to tap that like button just like you want to tap widows.
Ooh la la. Ooh la la. Ooh la la. I know who's been naughty.
Now take your hands out of your pants before you start fapping and pay attention. I wanted to talk about some pro aiming tips that I think you guys should know. I think there are a lot of get quick kind of guides out there that really aren't helpful when trying to improve your aim. So I wanted to create a legitimate aim guide with some detailed information on how to improve your aim, just like the pros in Overwatch. My first word of advice is to practice only the heroes that you play. But I think everybody should play every hero. I mean, this isn't League of Legends, and you can't just strictly main a hero. I mean, you can, but, those guys are douches. And I think a lot of people need to realize that because the meta's always changing, so are the team comps in the game. And, if you can't change with the team, you're going to get caught with your pants down, and that shit's embarrassing. Anyways, that advice was simple enough, as harsh as it did sound. But the reason behind it is that you want to practice with the heroes that you play because you want to increase that hand-eye coordination with that character. I can promise you that if you spend at least 15 minutes a day deliberately practicing your aim, you will see an improvement. And I believe your rank will also. But I don't have 15 minutes a day. I know you have 15 minutes to spare if you really want to. If you want pro aim, you first need to figure out your sensitivity. And we're not talking about some safe space bullshit. All of these pro aiming tips are going to revolve around your mouse sensitivity. Without the proper mouse sensitivity, you're going to be under aiming or over aiming, which means less accuracy. This might be pretty obvious, but remember, every player is different, so their mouse sensitivity is going to be different. What I use is not going to be the same as you use, or you just got to find what you're comfortable with. I'm just going to share with you what I use. So here, take a look at these pictures. This is what I use. If you want to use that as your starting point, go ahead and use it. Just find what you're comfortable with. Once you're comfortable with your mouse sensitivity, don't be afraid to change it up, especially when you're doing these drills or these tips. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of strafing. So we're going to go into the practice range. We're going to get to these first robots here. So with this first drill and first tip, you're going to keep your crosshairs on the head of the robot and you're going to strafe left to right. And as you make those transitions, you're going to see if you can smoothly keep your crosshairs on the robot's eye without over or under correcting. Yo, don't exit out of my video just yet. I already hear some of you saying, "Oh, these tips, they're bullshit. They won't help me." Listen here, bozo. These pro aiming tips will help you. For an example, practice, snipe, selly.
Ooh la la.
Everyone, please, can you comment, practice, snipe, selly? If you are over or under correcting like this, then you probably need to change your sensitivity settings on your mouse until you can smoothly keep your crosshairs on the robot's one eye, just like this. One eye. The next pro tip or exercise that we'll be doing is with headshots. So with the strafing drill, you should have been able to find your sensitivity pretty well. And then in this next one, we're going to do stationary headshots with we're just going to drag the crosshair over to the head from certain points. So you're going to start out up at north. You're going to move your way to east. Then you're going to go to south. And then you're going to go to west. And you're going to hit all those quadrants to see kind of where your deficiencies in your aim are at. Like me, for example, I have a problem moving my crosshairs left to right. For some reason, it's just a little slower for me to react there. So you just want to find your weaknesses, pinpoint them, make those changes, practice that maybe more, and then you'll iron that out pretty quickly. Also on these drills, you want to make sure that you're getting 100% accuracy, as it's really important before you move on to the next one. These exercises are done by top 500 players, and are solid fundamentals for anyone of any skill level. And I do them daily as well. To increase the difficulty of the headshot drill, feel free to strafe the stationary robots, but make sure you are landing every shot. The next tip we'll be discussing is tracking. Once you are comfortable with these first two drills, you should move on to tracking. And when I say tracking, we aren't talking about, tracking that hot girl home from class. Doing that shit will land you in jail. Sorry, Reaper, you creep. The first thing I think that's important to practice when you're tracking is to do it without firing. Go to the part of the training facility where the bots are moving around and pick one to track. Track the bot with your crosshairs and make sure your crosshairs are on its head. And move around similar to how you would in a game, like I'm showing you here. The next step would be to move to higher ground and repeat this process. Once you feel comfortable with that, start tracking the bots while firing at them. Do this from the high and low ground. This will simulate, similar game situations with a low stress environment so you can easily make the adjustments and don't have to worry about getting killed, but you can just solely focus on practicing your aim. This will allow you to develop your aim a lot better in the most constructive environment. The next tip would be what I consider clutch kill practice. This kind of encompasses everything that we've been talking about, everything that we're using. Puts a little bit more higher stress on you as you're going to practice it. It's still a low stress environment where you can still work on the aim pretty well and not have to worry about winning or losing a game. So what you're going to do is you're going to face the wall. Then you're going to turn around towards the bots and kill them as fast as you can. And I would also recommend trying it on high ground. Continue doing this until you feel pretty confident in your ability to kill the bots pretty consistently. The last exercise, last tip would be to go into a custom game. Call this like Lucio Mode. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into a custom game, fill the other team with about 4 Lucio bots. I say 4 because I've plugged it up with 6 Lucio and all they did was heal each other till no end and I couldn't really get a kill even though I was hitting them. And it broke my keyboard in half. Just kidding, I don't do that stuff. I'm not that immature. But with this mode, I also give myself 2 Lucios to help me heal just in case I take some unnecessary damage. So this one is better than like working at the practice facility because the bots kind of do simulate a real game situation. I know they don't really move in like real people patterns, but it's the best you're going to get until you actually go into a real game. And we're just practicing, so it always helps for a little bit of predictability so we can kind of focus on those things. But when you're in this mode, just practice your aim really well. Remember the fundamentals that you worked on at the start of this video, and you'll definitely see improvement. And when you feel ready and confident, take it into a real game and see how you do. If you're having trouble mastering these skills, you don't really have to practice them. You can just follow my lead like I'm showing you right now. Just get into the Google search, do a little search like this. Just kidding. I have really no clue where to find those things. And I don't condone it at all. I really hate hackers. They all need to go drink some bleach or something. Do something better with their life at least. That's a joke too. I don't condone hacking whatsoever, and I don't condone the drinking of bleach. That's just stupid. Why would you want to die? Seriously though, if you start practicing these skills for about 3 minutes a day, each of them for 3 minutes a day, that's probably about a total of 15 minutes, you can improve your aim pretty quickly. If you dedicate yourself, there's no reason why you shouldn't. And there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to climb the ranks and improve your rank in Overwatch. It's not a large time investment at all, and you will see improvement if you stay dedicated. That concludes my pro aiming tips for Overwatch. I hope these tips will help you in developing better aim. If you had anything else you'd like to add, please let me know in the comments below. Also, please like this video. I want to get 137 likes on this video, so I would really appreciate if you guys help me out. And be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Also, don't forget to check out my other videos.